Writers have compared opals to volcanoes, galaxies, and fireworks. Admirers gave extraordinary opals poetic names like Pandora, Light of the World, and Empress. In ancient Rome, this gem symbolized love and hope. The Romans gave it a name, Opalus, that was synonymous with precious stone. Many cultures have credited opal with supernatural origins and powers. Arabic legends say it falls from the heavens in flashes of lightning. The ancient Greeks believed opals gave their owners the gift of prophecy and guarded them against disease. Europeans have long considered the gem a symbol of hope, purity, and truth. Opal is considered an October birthstone. Some people think it's unlucky for anyone born in another month to wear an opal. But that particular superstition comes from a novel written in the 1800s, Anne of Jayestine by Sir Walter Scott, and not from any ancient belief or experience. In fact, throughout most of history, opal has been regarded as the luckiest and most magical of all gems, because it can show all colors. Opal stone doesn't have any crystal structure that other natural minerals possess. It ranks low on the Mohs scale of hardness. It is impossible to ignore the beautiful dance of colors that happens with every movement, called the opalescence effect. Rainbow modulations, changing at the smallest rotation of the opal stone, are caused by the refraction of light to submicroscopic particles of silica. The opals that experience such effects are called noble and go to the category of precious stones. There are many different types of natural opals, viz. Ethiopian, matrix, Harlequin, Contra-luz, Morando, Anamosa, and Honduran Opal. In today's video, we are going to look at some of the most beautiful opals and understand their classifications and value in the jewelry market. Tenth on our list is the Peruvian opal. Peruvian opal is the national stone of Peru, and it is relatively rare and can only be found in the Andes Mountains. Its internal crystalline composition is random, meaning this gemstone lacks the color play or fire of a usual opal. Peruvian opal is a sedimentary rock formed at low temperature from an igneous rock with high silica content. Its composition is basically composed of oxygen, silicon, and hydrogen. There are two types of Peruvian opal. The first is the blue opal. Its high water content makes the Peruvian blue opal delicate and prone to heat. Heat can make these stones lose their intensity or even fracture. The stone has an iridescent property, especially in light at the right angle. The second is the pink opal, which is high in silica, and this opal is almost a light to bright pink chalcedony. According to fables, Peruvian opal stones are calming stones that can pacify the mind and alleviate sleep issues. Sleeping with a Peruvian opal is believed to cure the subconscious pain of your past. Ninth on our list is the Tanzanian opal. Archaeological evidence suggests that opals were mined in Africa, in the area today known as Kenya, as far back as 4,000 years BC. Those ancient peoples used opals to make tools. Honey opal and green opal are both found in Tanzania and possess stunning rolling fire flashes. Tanzanian green opals usually feature in freshly uncovered veins on Mount Yobo along with central Tanzania. One of these opals is referred to as praise opal, which consists of a nickel variety with chromophores that enlighten the neon bluish-green color. Praise opal is also referred to as African jade because of its attractive green color. This opal has been used as jewel material for millions of years. Eighth on our list is the Indonesian opal. This volcanic opal is a wood fossil. Only several areas in Indonesia produce this opal, and when mined, it is jet black in color. The mines are in isolated forest areas of Banten, Indonesia. There are two types of Indonesian opal. First is the black opal with a play of color. It is never as bright as most Australian or Ethiopian opal, but the actual potch is semi-translucent. Second, wood replacement appearance. This material is very interesting, and more research is needed to get a better idea of what it is. The opal miners wrap this opal in aluminum foil, and then heat to cook the opal, and add oil, so the oil penetrates inside the specimen, and prevents it from drying, and having that opalescent effect. Opal collectors enjoy adding this opal to their collection due to its bright colors and good value. The largest and oldest of the opal deposits that have come from Europe during the Roman era were actually from Slovakia. If you are not familiar with the Slovakian opals, you will be interested to know that these gems are actually known by a more popular name: Hungarian opals. This is because, at one time, Slovakia was a part of the Hungarian Empire. These opals are easily distinguishable by their white color with flashes of blue and orange within the gemstone. Up until the mining of opals began in Australia, Slovakian opals were the most common type of opal on the market. One of the most famous of these stones is an opal known as the Trojan Fire, which is an opal that Napoleon gave his Empress Josephine. This specific gem had a big and brilliant red flash of red fire across the face of it, and it was also the first opal to have received its own unique name. Honduran opals are easily distinguished from other opals because of their distinct coloring. These opals can vary from a milky white opal to a matrix-based one. These opals are primarily formed by volcanic eruptions that occur in South America. Australia may be known for having the world's best opals, but Honduras is known for having the oldest opal mines in the entire world. They even have one of the most famous mines in the world, known as the Tablon mine. There are a lot of farms in this country that actually subsidize their incomes by mining opals. The opal mines in Honduras are found within volcanic black basalt. This is why the black matrix opals in Honduras naturally have this gorgeous and unique black color. Fifth on our list is the Brazilian opal. Brazilian opal is mined in the northeast region of the state of Piauí, where there are no large-scale opal fields, and the only equipment used is a generator. Many Brazilian opals are found in a quarry at the foot of a sandstone cliff and are hand-dug. Brazil produces beautiful crystal opal with unusual pastel fire colors. It is a hardy opal because it has low moisture content compared to other opals. Brazilian opal has tended to be white semi-transparent through to a see-through body tone. Though a Boimorto vein obtained a small amount of black opal a few decades ago, the largest opal found in Brazil weighed an astonishing 4.3 kilograms. Fourth on our list is the Mexican fire opal. You will come across two major kinds of Mexican fire opal. The first are transparent orange, red, and yellow without any play of color. Meanwhile, the second is brown and consists of tones which are quite similar to some other precious opal. Mexican fire opal compared with other opals are subtle stones that are responsive to stress. Fire opal looks best during daytime or when the sun rises, displaying its brilliant color and fire, which is truly beautiful. Mexico has world-famous fire opals that were mined from 1870 in Querétaro, is Santa Maria del Iris. There are still mines working around Querétaro today, and are mostly small-scale family mines. In 1950 good deposits were found in the state of Jalisco, and even today you can book tours of Magdalena opal mines and visit the opal pit. The common name for Mexican opals is fire opals, and were not discovered till 1835, but ancient Mexican civilizations known as Mayans or Aztecs did use opals in their rituals. Valuable opals have been reported from several states in the western part of the United States of America. They are found in tiny quantities in volcanic rocks in the remote area of western states, from California all through to Washington. But the most significant occurrence is at Rainbow Ridge in Virgin Valley, Nevada. The region of Rainbow Ridge comprises the leading and the most recognized deposit in the United States of America. The area is known for its unusual fire play in wood, limp casts, and bark replacement. They are black in color and are found in Humboldt County, Nevada. Their black matrix contains stunning flashes of red, blue, purple, and green. Virgin Valley opal is believed to be about 14 to 15 million years old. Another beautiful opal in the United States is located in Utah, known as the bacon or candy strips opal. This opal has colors that are formed in stripes similar to bacon. Opals can be slightly translucent and can have a mixture of white, pink, red, or yellow stripes. Oregon is another state that produces the best opals that can rival the Australian opals. Recent mining at Opal Butte in northeastern Oregon has produced a wide variety of large flawless opals. The most common gem quality varieties are highlight and rainbow opal, but the less common play of color varieties Contra-luz, hydrophane, and crystal opal are economically more important. Only about 10% of the total geodes mined at Opal Butte contain gem-quality opal, and only about 1% contain gem-quality opal with play of color. The remaining geodes contain agate quartz crystals or common opal. Second on our list is the Ethiopian opal. In the early 1990s, a new type of opal surfaced in Mizezo, Ethiopia, Africa, and it quickly became popular because of its extremely bright colors and relatively low price. Ethiopian opal is found in large nodules that are broken open to reveal the opal color. A unique property of Ethiopian opal is that it lends itself to being faceted. Not many opals look good when faceted, but Ethiopian opal is unique in that respect. Ethiopian opal has a wide range of beautiful patterns and shapes from oval to free-form. Black opals from Australia are well documented with unique patterns from mackerel to harlequin. Similar names have been adopted to describe Ethiopian opals. The most highly sought after and expensive pattern is the honeycomb pattern. Willow patchwork harlequin pattern is regarded as the rarest pattern in the opal industry, with Ethiopia having its own unique pattern. Many opal miners will never find one of these patterns in the lifetime of work. True harlequin pattern is a mosaic broad pattern, angular close set of colors. Floral patterns are sometimes called floral harlequin, but willow floral or willow patchwork would be the correct naming for these gems. And first on our list is the Australian opal. Although opals can be found all around the world, there are only a few major sources of this gemstone. Australian opals account for 95% of the world's supply. Unique geological formations in Australia have favored the formation of this sedimentary stone. The formation process began about 140 million years ago. At that time, an inland sea, abundant with silica-rich sands, covered much of central Australia. This sea eventually receded and formed what is now known as the Great Artesian Basin. Around 30 to 40 million years ago, heavy weathering began to dissolve the silica. The holes that were formed in the rock began to collect silica-rich water. Over time, the silicates trapped in these spaces formed opals. The modern history of opal mining in Australia began in July of 1889. Tully Cornthwaite Wollaston took 60 brilliant pieces of opal rough mined in Queensland to London. Despite initial rejections from gem dealers, after Wollaston sold the stones to an international jewelry firm, the demand for Australian opals grew steadily worldwide. There are several types of Australian opal, and the rarest among all is the black opal. Lightning Ridge black opal is one of the rarest gemstones on Earth, and many opal miners will be lucky if they find a red on black opal in their lifetime. Red-colored opal with a Harlequin pattern is the rarest of the rare in the opal world. Opal happens to be one of the most breathtakingly beautiful gemstones in the world, and there is, of course, a solid reason why. What really sets opals apart from other gemstones in the world is their more than meets the eye's quality. Opal consists of thousands and millions of silica spheres in different colors and sizes. These silica spheres deflect beautiful spectator of colors that are an absolute feast to the eyes. What is more incredible is that opals come in different types, each of them showing off their distinctive beauty in their own way.